Washington. With every new plum job opening in Washington comes a political guessing game. Who is on the president's shortlist? Making the list is worth more than just an ego boost. In January, Politico reported that President Trump was considering Sean Reyes, the Utah Attorney General, to lead the Federal Trade Commission. Since then, donations to his political campaign have poured in from out-of-state donors and businesses that are regulated by the FTC. Mr. Reyes, who is not up for re-election and won handily last year, received more than $113,000 in donations in the first 3 months of the year, far more than he received during the same period last year, an election year. Half of the new contributions came from out-of-state donors, and more than $43,000 came from first-time donors. There is nothing illegal about the donations, but their timing reveals the power of the political shortlist in a city where lobbyists and businesses often place protective bets. Mr. Reyes, 46, is considered a rising star in the Republican Party. This is a trivial cost, a very minor investment. I'd call it covering your bases, said Paul S. Ryan, a vice president of Common Cause, a nonpartisan citizens lobbying organization. It's a way to kiss the ring of someone who may soon be in a politically influential post. You show up in their state, show them you're a friend, and then you sit back and wait and see if they rise to power. The FTC reviews mergers and protects consumers from deceptive advertising and fraud. The agency is led by a commission whose 5 members are appointed by the president and confirmed by the Senate. Only 2 of those positions are filled. Mr. Trump named Maureen Olson the acting chairwoman in January. Mr. Reyes' surge in campaign contributions this year includes money from payday lenders, title companies, lawyers and others who have business before the agency or are regulated by it. Alan Crooks, a spokesman for Mr. Reyes, said much of the money came from an annual ski fundraiser, the invitations for which were sent out last year, well before Mr. Reyes was mentioned for the FTC job. It's been good for his profile, but we haven't seen that it has been a boon to donations, Mr. Crooks said. We've seen more scrutiny, which he's going to pass because he's a good man. Mr. Reyes accepted thousands of dollars from payday lenders, title companies and other industries facing disputes with the FTC. His donations include $5,000 from Bristlecone Holdings, a Nevada-based subprime lending company. One of Bristlecone's holdings, Wags Lending, lends money at high interest rates so people can lease, not buy, new pets. The company has been the subject of FTC complaints, according to a Bloomberg article on the peculiar arrangement. Other donations include $10,000 from Etc. Capital, a Michigan private equity fund run by the businessman Mina Bhargava, whose product, 5 Hour Energy, has faced lawsuits over deceptive advertising. A division of Home Depot gave $5,000. Lawyers and law firms that handle FTC-related matters gave thousands more. Mr. Crooks said new donors were drawn to Mr. Reyes' work in office and to his electoral victory when he carried nearly 2/3 of the vote. Many other donors who have had matters before the FTC gave to Mr. Reyes even before he was named a candidate for chairman. Those include the Wine and Beer Wholesale Associations and the drug makers Pfizer and Mallinckrodt. As Utah's Attorney General, Mr. Reyes has broad jurisdiction on consumer protection issues. Mr. Reyes took office in 2013 to complete the term of John Swallow, who resigned amid a federal corruption investigation. Mr. Reyes said last summer that Mr. Trump was an imperfect candidate but said he endorsed him nonetheless, largely to ensure a conservative Supreme Court pick. Mr. Reyes is interested in the FTC job, Mr. Crooks said. Under Utah law, if Mr. Reyes does not serve out his term, he can use his donations to make donations to other campaigns, political action committees, or charities. The Trump administration is expected to adopt more a business-friendly approach. In a speech before the Conservative Heritage Foundation in January, Ms. Olson criticized the Obama administration for imposing unnecessary costs on businesses and making conclusory assertions of unfair competition.